What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. I want to say thank you again to everyone who's recently subscribed. I literally went from 1,000, 1,500 to almost 5,000 now in a matter of like a week or two. So this is still all new to me. And I'm trying to figure out the right way to go about doing the YouTube channel. But for now, I'm just going to do stories. And this is another story that is absolutely insane. And I'm just going to get right into it. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the time I went to a trap house and my entire experience there, how they reacted towards me being the only white person in the trap house. And it was actually kind of a sad situation too, seeing people in this particular situation. They don't really have a choice to be in. But let's just get into it. So one day, I get invited over to this trap house, and the only reason I even went over there is because I had been drinking. I would have never went over there sober, I don't think. But I am one of those people that think it's important to see other sides of the track. So I always am in weird situations, crazy situations. So I go to this trap house, and it's like this girl. Everyone's black. Let me make that clear. Everyone's black. I'm the only white person there. So there's this girl. Her mom is a prostitute, I found out, which is crazy. So she's prostituting out of this house. She's a crackhead. She smokes crack and stuff. Craziness. The grandma lives there. I think she smokes on the pipe too. They literally, this was like such a rundown house. I walked inside. She didn't even want me to go in because she was like embarrassed about it, which I don't blame her. But you know, I was on the alcohol, I was on the liquor, so I just was like, no, I'm coming in. So I came inside. And she flicked on this light in the bedroom, and there were literally, I'm not exaggerating here, this tiny, tiny room. There were 10 people sleeping in this room on the floor, just spread out like boom, 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 just body next to body next to body. It was like something I'd never seen before. It's sad. That's what I'm talking about when I say it was sad. It was absolutely crazy. And the ages of the people sleeping in this room ranged from like 2-year-old, like they had a bunch of kids in this house. I don't know who all the kids even belonged to this day, but there was 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old. There was like 8. I don't remember how many people in the room, but it was at least 10 people in that room. Like 5 kids. The mom was in there. 2 of the nephews were in there that were like 18 years old. It was crazy. I'd never seen that many people in one room just bunching, and the house was so run down. Roaches everywhere. The sink was filled up with disgusting dirty dishes. It was just something you wouldn't even see something this bad on an episode of that Hoarder show. Like it was just so sad and so desolate and just so depressing. But at the same time, I was like interested because I'd never seen anything like this. Like I didn't grow up great, but I never seen anything like where there's 10 people packed like sardines into a room. So they all woke up, they all got out of bed, they all came outside. Everyone was in the front yard of this trap house, and everyone was just outside drinking beer, doing drugs. It was insane. Bums would drive by, and he would like come talk, and it was like they were friends with the bums, and it was just absolutely crazy, man. Like crackheads would come up, and so eventually we're all talking, we're hanging out, and I'll be honest, this family was very welcoming to me. They didn't judge me. They didn't say, "Get out of here, white guy." Like they didn't say that. They were super welcoming. Some of the guys that were younger, like 19, 18, they were talking to me. They were asking for life advice. Like I'm so lost in life. I don't know what to do. What should I do? And I told them, I said, "Listen, have you ever thought about joining the military? I joined the military, and it helped me out, immensely." And they were sitting there like, "Man, I never even thought about that before." Like, these kids had no father, no guy. There was no men in this house. The only men were the 18-year-old kids that were just there. There was no fathers to be found. So it was absolutely crazy. So I'm just sitting there like, yeah, you should join the military. I told him, go talk to a recruiter. You can get in. As long as you have a GED, you're good to go. So I was giving them life advice. And then one of them was like, "Man, I got my girlfriend down the street. Would you take me?" And, I'm tipsy. I'm like, why not? So I hop in my truck. I think it was 5. My truck was filled up. So we all drove to this girl's house. I had a dude in the front seat, 3 in the back, and then 2 sitting in the bed of my truck. And we were just driving down there. I went to this other hood apartment. So he saw the girlfriend, and then he talked to her for a little bit. Then I brought him back. And that's where I found out that the hood really loves NBA Youngboy, because I kept playing NBA Youngboy in the car, and it was just absolutely nuts. So, when you're drunk and you don't make false promises, but you kind of say, "Oh, we should do this, we should do that." So I'm talking, "Yeah, man, we'll hang out." Like, tonight, because it was a Saturday leading up to a Saturday night. I had been on a bender all night, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, we'll all go out tonight, you know what I mean? I just gotta go home, freshen up, blah, 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 blah. And they were like super excited. They all got my phone number. But then I went home. I ended up leaving finally. Oh, and another part I left out. One of the girls there, she already had 3 kids, right? This black chick. And she's like saying to me, she's like, Chase, you want to have a kid? We can have a baby right now. We'll have a beautiful little mixed baby. And I'm just like, what do I say to that? You know what I mean? So it was just absolutely crazy. So they were all flirting with me and stuff. It was absolutely nuts, man. You don't realize until you actually go somewhere, like people are in their bubble. That's why I tell people you got to get outside of your bubble and go see and experience other things, because there's people living a life out there that you would not believe. I've been around people shooting up heroin. I've seen girls shoot up fentanyl. I've seen girls put needles with fentanyl in places that I won't even talk about in this video. Like I've seen some ruthless, crazy stuff that they don't even put on television. So I think it's good and healthy to see this stuff is going on, man. This world has a lot of despair in it. So this was despair. This was a sad situation. I remember there was a hood barbecue going on. We drove to the hood barbecue when we were still in the truck, and it was just absolutely insane. Like the stuff you see in hood movies really goes down, but to a more extreme level. So it was absolutely nuts, man. Like I would not want to go back to a trap house. But anyway, so I get home, I go to sleep, and I'm hungover as shit when I wake up the next day. And I look at my phone, and all of the kids were calling me like, hey man, we still going out tonight, you coming? And then I never responded because I'm like, I'm hungover now. Like that, I know I said that we don't hang out, we'd all go out, but I'm too out of it. Like there's no way. So I never replied to any of the phone calls or any of the texts, and they were like, why'd you lie to us? And I felt like I let them down a little bit, but I mean, we're just, it's not going to work out in terms of us being all friends and hanging out. It's just, we're two totally different people, two situations that are totally different, but it was just absolutely nuts. I went to a trap house. I don't recommend really going there, but I do think it is good to go to just kind of see how people live outside of how you live, because it's not all butterflies and roses out in the world. It's really not. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you've never been here. Give me a like. Let me know in the comments, have you been to a trap house? Have you seen people shoot up heroin? Have you seen any of this crazy stuff that I've seen? Because there's more stories coming soon. So if you like these kind of stories, let me know. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later.